Does your life feel like an endless cycle of work, bills, and stress? You wake up early, grind all day, and by the time you hit the pillow at night, you're too tired to even think about tomorrow. Yet, somehow, the money never seems to stretch far enough. The dream of living life on your terms feels just out of reach. It's like you're stuck in a never-ending rat race. But what if the problem isn't how much you're working, but how you're working? If this sounds like you, don't worry, you're not alone. In fact, millions of people fall into the same trap every single day. But what if I told you that there are habits you might not even know you're doing, that are keeping you stuck in that rat race? These little things that you think are helping you are actually working against your financial freedom. And today we're going to break down the middle-class habits that are holding you back from achieving the life you really want. Stick with me, because once you recognize these habits, you can start taking control of your money and your future. It's time to stop letting these habits keep you stuck and start working smarter, not harder. Let's begin with working for less than you're worth. Many of us spend years working hard in jobs that don't pay us what we're truly worth. You know the routine: show up on time, meet deadlines, put in extra hours, and still, your paycheck doesn't reflect the effort you put in. It's easy to feel stuck in this cycle, especially when the bills are piling up and you're just trying to keep your head above water. Maybe you're afraid to ask for that raise, or perhaps you feel like changing jobs might be too risky. But here's the truth: if you're not being paid what you deserve, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. You're holding yourself back from the kind of financial freedom that comes from being fairly compensated for your skills and experience. So, what can you do about it? Start by assessing your value. Look at your skills, experience, and the impact you have in your job. Then, research salaries for similar roles in your industry. If you find that you're underpaid, it's time to take action. Don't be afraid to have that conversation with your boss about a raise, or look for new opportunities where your worth is recognized. Remember, you're not just working for a paycheck, you're working for your future, and it's time to make sure you're getting paid what you deserve. Next, living above your means. It's so easy to get caught up in the habit of buying things we can't really afford. Whether it's the latest phone, a trendy outfit, or that expensive coffee every morning, we often think that having more stuff will make us feel better or more successful. But the reality is, buying more than you can afford only leads to stress, debt, and regret. You may end up racking up credit card debt, borrowing from one account to pay another, or simply feeling overwhelmed with the bills. All that extra stuff doesn't add real value to your life, and in the long run, it only drags you further away from financial freedom. To stop this cycle, start by taking a close look at your spending habits. Stick to a budget and make sure you prioritize what truly matters, like saving for the future, paying off debt, or investing in things that can help you grow. Remember, becoming wealthy doesn't mean having more. It's about being smart with what you already have. Relying on a single paycheck to cover all your expenses is one of the riskiest habits you can have. Sure, you may have a stable job right now, but what happens if you lose it? Without any backup, you could find yourself in a tough spot, struggling to make ends meet. The truth is, depending on one income stream leaves you vulnerable and limits your financial growth. So, start looking at what skills you have that others might be willing to pay for. Start small with a side gig, like freelancing, tutoring, or selling products online. You don't have to quit your job, but creating multiple income sources can give you the freedom and security to make smarter financial choices, like the ability to save and invest. It's time to make your money work harder for you, not just rely on the same paycheck month after month. Saving for retirement often feels like something we can put off until later, right? After all, when you're young and busy, it's easy to think you have plenty of time. But here's the thing: ignoring your future self can have serious consequences. The longer you wait to start saving for old age, the harder it becomes to catch up. You may find yourself working well into your senior years just to cover basic expenses because you didn't plan ahead. The truth is, without savings for retirement, you're risking your future comfort for short-term convenience. The earlier you start saving, the less you actually have to put away over time. Thanks to compound interest, small contributions now can grow into something significant by the time you're ready to retire. Start saving, even if it's just a little bit each month. It doesn't matter how small the amount is. What matters is that you start today. Open a retirement account, whether it's a 401k, IRA, or another option that works for you, and set up automatic contributions. The key is to make saving for your future a priority, because your older self will thank you later. It's easy to fall into the habit of being a consumer. Everywhere you look, there's a new product, service, or trend that promises to make your life easier or more exciting. We're constantly bombarded with ads, social media posts, and shopping deals, which can make us feel like we need to buy more to keep up. But here's the problem. When you focus only on consuming, you're not building anything for yourself. You're just spending your money on things that don't generate income or create long-term value. On the flip side, being a creator, whether that means starting a side business, creating content online, or turning your skills into a product, opens up new opportunities for growth and wealth. When you create, you have the chance to provide something valuable to others and earn money from it. You're no longer just consuming, you're producing something that can pay you back over time. Being a creator doesn't just give you a new income stream, it also empowers you to take control of your financial future, instead of just relying on what others sell. A big reason many people stay stuck in the rat race is because they don't understand how money works. Financial literacy is something that's often overlooked, but it's the key to making smart decisions with your money. Without it, you might find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, paying high-interest debt, or missing out on opportunities to grow your wealth. Understanding things like budgeting, saving, investing, and credit is essential if you want to break free from the cycle of financial stress. You can begin by reading books, watching videos, or listening to podcasts about personal finance. There are tons of free resources available to help you understand things like how to save for emergencies, how to invest in stocks, or how to build good credit. The more you learn, the more confident you'll feel making decisions about your money. Remember, financial literacy isn't just about knowing how to save, it's about knowing how to make your money work for you. Lastly, let's talk about following the crowd. Whether it's buying the latest gadget, taking that expensive vacation, or living in a house you can't really afford, there's always pressure to do what everyone else is doing. Social media makes this even worse, constantly showing you the perfect lives of others, which can make you feel like you're falling behind if you're not keeping up. But here's the hard truth. Just because everyone else is doing something doesn't mean it's the right move for you. Everyone's financial situation is different, and what works for someone else might not be right for you. In fact, the most successful people are usually the ones who break away from the crowd and make decisions based on their own values and long-term goals, not on what's trending or what everyone else is buying. So, take a step back and ask yourself what your financial goals are. What kind of life do you want to build for yourself? Once you know that, stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. Make decisions based on your own priorities and what aligns with your goals. When you stop following the crowd, you can start building a life that truly works for you, not just for the people around you. And there you have it. These are some of the common middle-class habits that are keeping you stuck in the rat race and preventing you from achieving the life you truly want. But the good news is, you have the power to change. The key to financial freedom isn't about making huge leaps overnight. It's about making small, smart changes in your everyday choices. Start today. Have that difficult money conversation, set up that savings plan, or take a serious look at your financial goals. It's never too late to make a positive change in your financial life. Each step you take brings you closer to freedom. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who could use a little financial motivation. It's time to quit the rat race and start building the life you deserve. Remember, the journey to financial freedom isn't about being perfect. It's about making better choices, one step at a time.